part of manifestation is all about our own energy. Today, I'm going to be deep diving into the top 3 ways that I was able to turn around my mental health quickly. Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Shika, your conscious mentor, and today we're going to be deep diving into the top 3 ways that I was able to manifest my better mental health. I went through a lot of traumas, a lot of transitions in my life, and one of the biggest things that really helped me were these 3 tips that allow me to heal from my depression, my anxiety, my PTSD, and a lot of other mental health things that I struggled through for many, many years. So I'm hoping that through these videos and through these tips that it really allows you to feel grounded, and I love being able to sit down with you guys and sit down and get comfortable. So get some snacks, get some tea, and get prepared to really allow yourself to make yourself number 1 in priority, but also to feel lighter mentally, emotionally, in your body, in your soul, and so much more. So before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe, as well as put notification bells. I do videos every single week for you beautiful souls, 3 videos, sometimes more. We do lives, we do moon rituals, we do all the things. So I'd love to see you be part of that family. And today's subscriber of the day is Erin. Thank you so much for being part of the family. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you guys, and we are growing so quickly. If you feel called to deepen and just really work on your shadow work and do energy healing, you can apply to the conscious mentoring down below, as well as be part of the Patreon. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So this was actually a video that I really wanted to talk about because I know right now a lot of people are going through a lot, and you know, everything from figuring out why our manifestation isn't happening to maybe certain things such as your environment, not being able to control what's going on at home or wherever you are, or at work, or wherever brings that sense of pressure or pain in mentally to you. I want you to be able to heal that, because when you do that, there is going to be so much less of a weight on your shoulders. So the first thing I want to talk about is on a basis of energy, and just understanding that every mental health thing that we go through is on the basis of something that is either internalized or externalized. However, a lot of the times we tend to have our perception based on our experiences. That includes our inner child. So the first thing I will say is to stop internalizing our emotions on the basis of what we were told when we were younger. When I was young, a lot of the things that I learned is being in the household that I was in was understanding how to maneuver on releasing without offending family or feeling that I would be penalized to do so. And I think this is quite common for a lot of people. If you know what I'm talking about, if you can go back to your childhood, put a star emoji down below. But just know, I want to give you the permission by even just saying these words. It is okay to release. It is okay to have depression. It is okay to have anxiety, and you are supported, because I think that's something that a lot of us need to learn when we're going through this manifestation of mental health and expansion. And I want you to know that you are always supported no matter what. So that's the first thing that I will say. And if you need to write that down to go back to it, please do. But that's some of the words that I just feel like a lot of people needed to hear, you know? What is internalizing emotions? Like, stop internalizing emotions. What that means is feeling that we're not safe to release. And that's why I'm saying that holding a space where you can release. And I think the first thing I wrote down is finding a safe space, even if it's just a corner in your room or going to the park down the road for 10 minutes, find something that you can do, a place that you can call it your safe space. And it is a place that you keep to yourself. You can share it with other people in your soul tribe. Feel free to share it here if you'd like to as well. But having a space that you designate to go meditate, to go release, to go and just reflect on your energy and ground yourself is going to help you so much. The moment that I was able to have a space such as like my Zen den here, where I can make it feel like home and meditate and heal, but also heal others, brought me more control of my emotions internally. The moment that I didn't have a place to release, I felt like there were so many things at me and I couldn't release or let go or felt safe to do so. So the first thing is to take control of our environment by allowing ourselves within the restrictions that we have to have a safe space, and call that space a space of of releasing and letting yourself know that this space is okay to release. The other thing is to say to yourself that telling yourself that it is okay to let go. Sometimes when we're so used to an environment or a specific person or a thing or a situation, we tell ourselves that we can't release. No matter how much people tell us, no matter how much they show us, we can't release. So I actually thought of an affirmation that is very helpful for you guys, and it goes the following: I am safe to release everything that no longer serves me. I am safe to release everything that no longer serves me. I am safe to release everything that no longer serves me. Let's just take a deep breath together and exhale. And just notice when you see those words, how do you feel? What emotions come up? A lot of the times we don't recognize that there's certain things that are causing our mental health to be feeded off other emotions. So the moment that we tap into that, it really allows us to let go of that. Another thing that I wrote down is being able to release and let go. So releasing such as hand screaming is very helpful, punching a pillow, dancing. Dancing is amazing for removing stagnant energy. If you feel unmotivated, if you feel down, dance, get up. You don't even need to be a dancer, but allowing yourself to release and let go. I'm actually going to put an ecstatic dance playlist that I use that's amazing, and it is literally the thing. Like I swear by this playlist, and it has this music to it. It's high vibe music with binaural beats and all the things. And if you just feel like, whoa, I just need to get my energy back aligned, this is a great way, because you're cultivating new energy in your space by taking control of your space and bringing it in through the movement of body, right? When we run, we sweat, right? So we're also creating this energy, such as, universal energy, which is something that we all have. If you guys are familiar with Reiki, you know what that is. But it's when we create this new energy within our body by creating it and setting an intention in our space, setting an intention for that dance and letting it go, or even creating energy into us. We're releasing it to support ourselves. And by doing that, we're actually taking out more pressures out of the pressures of anxiety, depression, and all these other things that go in our head. We can just fully zone into that space and allow ourselves to feel so much lighter. Number 2, energy management. Now, this could be something that is related to protecting your energy, and I'm going to explain why I don't use those words. I actually recently did a live with a friend, and she educated me on something that just made me really reflect and go home and meditate on. And when we say protect our energy, we have to understand that everything's energy, right? This video's energy, us speaking is energy, words, things we see, every aspect of our dimensions and universe is energy. So when we are protecting it, we're actually creating it in a box, right? We're not necessarily releasing it. If we're protecting our energy, we are protecting ourselves from something, right? And if we use those words, especially if you're going through mental health, then you think that you are protecting yourself from anxiety instead of releasing and managing your energy, right? So I would really suggest you changing that high vibration to high vibrational words of saying, I am managing my energy. I am, maneuvering my energy. I am, creating energy barriers or boundaries, right? Which creates, boundaries are not necessarily stick in stone. It can be moved, it can be shifted, it can be evolved, right? And that's what I mean. As a human, as a being, your energy evolves as well. So when manifesting your mental health, one of the biggest things is to create energy management around family and friends or people that tend to be energy vampires. How do you know they're an energy vampire? If you go hang out with someone and you feel more exhausted than you did when you first went and hanged out with them. You feel kind of not looking forward to hanging out with this person. If any of these things click or hit home, tell me and let me know down below, but you know what I mean. A lot of the times what that happens is everything's energy, right? So that person is actually shifting and putting our energy into our space, right? Causing us to take on that energy if we don't have another place to let that go. So what do? One of my biggest things that I mention is ask yourself before hanging out with someone or committing to hanging out with someone, is this going to drain my energy? Also, if it's a friendship or whatnot, just making sure that it's a two-way energetic flow. I always say in relationships, it's two souls coming together and they are sharing energy in the space, sharing aura into that space, right? So you want to make sure that you are managing your energies so you're not putting all of it with your family or all of it with your friends and not having any for yourself, especially when you're in the process of healing and manifesting your mental health to be brighter and lighter and easier to really go through, right? So one of the biggest parts of me being able to succumb depression and anxiety was that I created these boundaries. Those of friends, I created maybe one or two friends that are my soul tribe, people that I feel like they help me grow, people who have the same interests as me, and I connect with them the most. And then everyone else, I manage my energy of what I have and make sure that I'm not depleted of energy when I leave or hang out with them. And this goes the same way for work, for school, for at home, family, friends, any relationships you have. Just allow yourself to analyze and meditate on it. Just ask yourself, how do I feel in this relationship? And is it draining me? And if it does, allow it to be something that you manage and create those management, I guess you can say, I don't want to say contracts, but agreements to yourself, to your higher conscious self, and ask your higher conscious self in that state, because you are that, what would my higher conscious self do? And when I started talking about that, I wasn't looking up to my higher conscious self. I was now being my higher conscious self. And in doing so, I was able to expand and release a lot of that energy that no longer served me mentally, because I had the time, because I was not depleting myself and not using my throat chakra to communicate what I truly needed for myself and my energy. And that is so important when you're manifesting your mental health. Number 3, energy healing. So for me, doing shadow work, there's journaling, there's scripting, there's meditation. But when I really saw the difference is when I started doing energy healing. I was first introduced to energy healing years and years ago when I noticed that I could no longer cry for like 2-3 years, and I was in a dark space. And when I was in that space, I ended up going to Indonesia and meeting a shaman at that time out of just, the way universe flowed to me. And I released and cried so much more than I thought. And one of the reasons why I really am a big believer on having a support system, having someone that's not connected per se directly to you like family and friends, but someone that you can build a relationship of healing relationship with, is because you're able to have someone who specializes in that space that you connect with, that you can feel close to let go, and also to feel like you're not alone. You don't have to be alone in this journey. And I think that's a lot of the things that when I was in that space, that energy, I felt alone. So just allowing yourself to understand that with the yin and the yang, there is always light in even the darkest moments that we experience. And by doing that, it helps us so much. What energy healing does is it allows us to release that energy. It can also help heal depression, anxiety, PTSD, bipolar, so many other mental health things. And there's so many other energy healing modalities such as, Ayurveda, Reiki, Akashic, past life, shamanic. There's so many things. The biggest thing that I will say is just ask the universe. I am open to receiving support and an energy healer mentor that will help and guide me, and allow the universe to bring you to the right place. So I really hope that helped you guys out. I really hope that allowed you to have more of an intention of what manifesting energy is all about, manifesting your mental health is all about, understanding the deeper pressures that we feel is what causes our mental health to be the way it is. However, that doesn't mean it has to be that way, because you get to create that. And you just have to make sure that you have, creating that responsibility within yourself to manage that energy, and knowing that you're not alone. Like, you have a soul tribe here that's here to support you. You have people here that are willing to support you, and this is a start. But understanding that the more that we're able to manage that energy, and that's the beauty, honestly, with the consciousness and manifestation, and even my personal journey, is when I noticed that I wasn't alone, when I noticed that I had my higher self was actually me, when I changed my perspective, all of those 3 tips is what made that do that for me. And I was able to let that go in literally less than a year. It was crazy. So I really hope this video inspired you. Let me know what hit home for you down below in the comment section. And if you have any questions at all, if you feel called to do more energy healing, need more help with your alignment, and you feel connected, then feel free to apply to the conscious mentoring down below. I also have Patreon as well. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, as well as put notification bells for videos every single week. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.